Hey everyone, my name is Justin Chae, and I'll be an incoming freshman at Princeton University in the fall. Now, as you know, the back to school season is upon us, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are either already in school or you're about to start. And with that said, I thought it might be good to share some of the helpful apps and programs that I found to be super useful in my time in high school, as well as the different things that I'll be taking with me to college at Princeton in the fall. Now, before I begin, I'd like to thank the sponsor for this video. Now, I know I haven't done any sponsorships in the past, but that's only because I want to showcase the brands and companies that I would genuinely use myself. Having said that, Visible was awesome enough to send out a phone to me with their service on it, and I've been using it for a while now. As a busy student, I don't have time to go to a store to sign up for a service. Visible makes that especially easy because they don't have stores. Everything is done on their website or through the app. You can get your SIM card delivered overnight, and then you can activate it the next day using the Visible app on your phone. You can either purchase a phone through Visible or use a phone you already have, and they won't make you pay any hidden fees. For $40 a month, you can get unlimited data, messages, minutes, and it's all on the Verizon network with complete bill transparency. Meaning they won't change your monthly payment amount. Also, if you have any problems at all with their service, you can just go into the Visible app on your phone and look at all the different details about your service. Now, one of the super unique features that stood out to me and I think would really interest a lot of you guys is their payment methods. Now, I know a lot of you guys are coming into college now, or you're going to be going off to college in a few years, and you're probably going to be financially independent from your parents. Now, rather than having to deal with, some frustrating phone bill in the mail, or going onto some website, or, having to call them all the time, you can either pay using Venmo or PayPal, which I think is super unique, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are already using it right now. If you want any more information about their service, you can go ahead and check out their website at visible.com, or you can check out the link in the description down below. Thanks, Visible. Now, let's go ahead and get started by talking about some of the useful apps and programs that I use in school. Alright, now this first app isn't exactly super helpful in school or in terms of your education, but it is super helpful whenever you're just going out with friends and hanging out. Now, this first app is called Venmo. Venmo right there, and so it's super helpful because you can basically use this to make transactions with your friends, but not exactly with cash. And so how it works is you just go into the app, and then you can just click the top right corner and then choose a friend that you want to pay, and then let's say I want to pay Andrew $300, blah blah, and then just put in an amount, YouTube, blah blah blah, and then as simple as that, and then you click pay, and then it just goes directly to him. But yeah, Venmo is super useful whether you're just going out to hang out with friends and you want to split the bill at a restaurant, stuff like that. Now, one reason I do bring up the app Venmo is because of its integration with Visible. Now, it's super useful because with Venmo you can actually pay your Visible monthly fee through the app, and it's super easy. No calling anyone on the phone, no bill through the mail. Super simple, super easy, just like that. Just like I showed you sending my friend $300, it's just as simple sending money to Visible. So yeah, I would highly recommend Venmo if you are a high school or college student, if you don't already have it, because I'm sure a lot of your friends already do, and it's super easy to make transactions like that. So yeah. Now, for me personally, in junior and senior year, I got really good at taking notes using my iPad as well as my laptop, and that was largely in part because of the app Notability. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about this app, but basically it's a note-taking app that lets you, organize all your different notes, and the really cool thing is they have, their own organization system, so you can have different folders. So like I have one here for school, one for YouTube, and then miscellaneous, and then you can have, different classes within those, and then within those you can also make, your separate note. And then from there, you can just take any note you want, and then, yeah. Now, the really great thing about Notability is the amount of flexibility that you can get while using it. Now, for me, I always make mistakes while I'm taking my notes. So let's say I say, hi, my name is Justin. My handwriting normally isn't this bad. I'm just writing fast. But let's say I wrote something else under here, but, I want to switch it around. So you can just, cut this part and then move it down here, which is super convenient. Whenever you're taking pen and paper notes, I always tend to, mess up and then scratch things out, and my notes just end up looking bad, and you never end up going back to notes that you don't even like looking at. And so that's why I really like how visually pleasing Notability is, and just like their different features. The next tool/app that I recommend is Google Calendar. Now, Google Calendars is a super simple and powerful tool to help you organize your life. I started using it my freshman year of high school, and I've used it ever since. During school, I put in all the dates for, you know, my major tests, projects, midterms, stuff like that, and just so I knew what to look out for ahead of time. And it's also super helpful to, you know, organize your various extracurricular activities and meeting times, just so that way, you know, if you get told that, oh, we have, you know, an NHS meeting next Monday at, you know, 3:35 p.m., then you know, okay, well, I already have something then, so, you know, I will have to go to the morning meetings, just stuff like that. So it's super helpful, being able to see everything, also having, you know, color coordinated, stuff like that. So definitely highly recommend using Google Calendar if you haven't started already. Now, my last two things aren't quite apps or programs, but rather Google Chrome extensions. Now, this first extension is called TabCloud Plus, and it's a literal game changer. Now, if you've ever been in the situation where you want to close out of all your tabs, but you can't because you have valuable information on every single one of them, then TabCloud Plus is super helpful. Now, I'll try and show you why. So let's say, you know, I have these 5 different tabs open, and they're all super important. But, you know, my computer's slowing down, or, you know, I want to go check out something else. Now, what you can do is, in this top right corner, you basically just click on it, and then you can add a name to it. So let's just say, you know, science project, right? And then you save that, and then now it gets saved there. So what you can do is close out of all these tabs, and then let's say you go back, and now they're all gone, right? You close out of all of them. Well, you can click on the extension again and click the plus button, and boom, they all come back. And so this is super helpful. I use this especially a lot during college application season, just because, you know, you're looking at one page for financial aid, or maybe you're looking at something else for you know, when applications are due, stuff like that. So just being able to save all that information without it, you know, slowing down your computer, it's a super helpful thing. Now, the second and final Google Chrome extension is called Stay Focused. Now, to be completely honest, I'm a little embarrassed that I even need this extension at all, but I will admit it's super helpful, especially during the school year when you want to stay free of distractions. Now, basically how this extension works is, once you install it, it's this little pop-up in the corner, and it basically gives you a time limit for how long you want to be able to have. So let's say you are really bad and you're always on YouTube as soon as you get home. So basically what it does is, see how it has this little red timer? Basically it starts counting down from 10 minutes or however long you set it, and after the 10 minutes is up, it automatically closes you out of that app and you are no longer able to use it at all. Now, this is really frustrating, but it's also really helpful if you literally have no willpower and you have to stop yourself by using this. So I really just have it set for YouTube and Netflix. I haven't set up my Netflix yet, but yeah, that's basically what I use it for, just because I always tend to spend way too long on those applications, and so, or I guess on those websites. So by using Stay Focused, it just kind of helps me track my time and not make me spend way too long on it. Now, if you're anything like me, going back to school shopping can be both really fun and also really stressful, just because you have to figure out, you know, what you want to bring to school and put in your backpack every day. Now, although I've never actually been to college, here are some of the things that I'll be taking with me to help me survive my first day of class. Alright, so let's start things off with the backpack. Now, this is the North Face Borealis backpack. I've had this backpack for basically all 4 years of high school, and it's actually held up pretty well considering how much, you know, I've taken around with me. The really great thing about this backpack is how comfortable it is. So it has these, you know, padded sleeves right here, plus you have this extra foam padding on the back, and it's super comfortable, and it actually doesn't really hurt me even though I have a ton of weight in here. And so just pretty simple, you know, one main pocket. Now, one really great thing about this is that it has a laptop sleeve that's actually already padded, so it's good for, you know, any laptop up to, I think, 15 inches. Pretty simple, just that in there, and then you have a second pocket with a ton of pockets built in. So this already has a microfiber lining in it, which is really great for being able to put in any of your valuable electronics, gadgets, stuff like that. And yeah, it's pretty simple. I got this backpack on sale actually at like Marshall's for $40, which is a lot cheaper than the actual North Face retail value. So definitely a big steal. If you see any of these on sale in your area, I would highly recommend picking it up. Really, any of the North Face lines, but the Borealis is definitely one of their top school backpacks, so I would highly recommend that. Now inside the backpack, I'll be carrying around my new 13-inch MacBook Pro. This is their latest model, the 2019 model, and so this has 4 Thunderbolt ports, quad core. I'll put up all the specs right now, but yeah, this is what I'll be using for basically all of my engineering software as well as editing any videos, so this is definitely a much needed upgrade from my previous laptop. So alongside my MacBook Pro, I'll also be taking around the iPad Air. Now this is their 3rd generation iPad, so this is compatible with the 1st generation Apple Pencil. And so I'll be using this to also take any, I guess, handwritten notes. And I know there's going to be people out there saying, oh my gosh, Justin, it's not the same as, actual pen and paper. And I understand what you're saying, blah, 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 memory retention, it's better for you. But I just prefer having the iPad plus the pencil just because I'm able to digitize all my notes and see them on my laptop as well. And it's also just super convenient to carry around just this. And plus I can, reduce the amount of paper I'm using, so great for the environment. Just all that. Plus with my engineering classes, I'm sure I'll be, drawing a bunch of designs and different schematics. So having the pencil, like the sensitivity and the pressure capabilities of the Apple Pencil will be super helpful for all of that. So yeah. Now to help me stay organized rather than having a legit planner, I just have this simple black notebook from Morning Glory. I got this from Korea. It's basically the same as like a moleskin notebook, and so this is actually the pages in this one are dotted. It might be a little hard to see. And so I've already used it quite a bit. Basically, I've just used this to kind of organize my week and my days. So, day, event, review, stuff like that. So I'll be using this throughout school just to kind of help me keep track of my different assignments, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm basically using this. I've had a bit of problems in the past using like the template style, just like a normal planner, just because I didn't have a bunch of flexibility. And so with this, I'm able to organize my weeks, months, days, however I want, which is going to be super convenient. So if you're like me, then I would highly recommend just getting like a dotted notebook, bullet journal, if you will. So yeah. Now up next, I have my pencil case from Daiso. Now a lot of my friends always roast me whenever I carry around this case just because of how small and dumb it looks, but I'll be honest, this pencil case it really just holds all I need. So basically throughout these past however many years of school, I finally figured out the best pens and pencils that I like to use, and so I'll just go through that really quick. The main mechanical pencil that I use is the Pentel Click. This is actually the 0.7 version. I actually prefer the 0.5, but I lost all those, so I have 0.7 right now. Super convenient, just click out, extendable eraser. Yeah, pretty simple. Then I also have this white mechanical pencil from Muji, and so this one is really nice because it's kind of weighted, so it's great for it just has like a really nice feel and a really durable feel to it. Now my one gripe is the fact that the eraser is super tiny. That's just kind of like the Korean Japanese stationery style, but it's not a problem because I have this clickable eraser from this Korean store near my house, and so basically I can extend the eraser to however long I want, kind of like similar to a mechanical pencil, and so it's super convenient. I started using this a few months ago and I haven't needed to refill it yet, so that's super nice. And then finally I have some Muji pens from Muji. These are 0.38 size, and so I have them in a black, red, and blue. And so these are super convenient just because they don't bleed through any of the pages. So I use these specifically with my bullet journal, like I said earlier. And I don't know, these pens are just super nice. If you're ever near a Muji store, I would highly recommend checking these out just because of how cheap they are, but how amazing they are at writing. They're super smooth. So yeah, highly recommend checking them out. Finally, to top it all off, I have my water bottle. So this is the 32-ounce insulated water bottle from Camelback, and I'm just gonna say this is probably my favorite water bottle ever. So I've spent a lot of time researching and trying to find a really great water bottle, and it's taken me a while, but I'm a huge fan of this one. So it comes in a bunch of different colors, and one of the main reasons why I like it is because of the lid. So it has a lid here that fully, I guess, like encloses the actual like drinking spout, which is really nice just because unlike hydro flasks that have like the straw lid if you know what I'm talking about, that lid is always like, the straw is always exposed, and so I don't like the idea of that just because like germs, bacteria, blah blah blah. This one has a really great carrying, you know, handle right here, and then also it's really great at just insulation. You know, it's probably not the best compared to other like name brands, but you know, I really only need water for the day, and it's more than enough to keep my cold water cold all the way until, you know, the end of the day. So perfect for that. Highly recommend the Camelback. Also, it doesn't hurt that it fits perfectly into my car's cup holder, so that's just a nice little side feature. But yeah, Camelback, 32 ounces, great. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of these back to school tips and tricks, as well as some of the different things I'll be taking with me to Princeton coming up in a few weeks actually. I would like to thank once again the sponsor for this video. Make sure to check out Visible. I'll have them linked in the description down below. That's basically it for this video. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe for future content. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.